Hi everybody, it is Julie. Welcome back to Pages and Pens. Today I am here with a book unhaul for you. It's been a hot minute since I did one of these. I went back and watched the one that took place in April. I think that all of these are new. I'm not 100%, so if there's a repeat from my last ones, I apologize. I still have a giant box of books in my bedroom, and I'm low-key considering doing a Depop or doing like a Facebook thread where I just sell books through like my buddy read group. I don't know what I want to do. Yeah, if you're interested in any of these, I guess let me know if you would be interested in me doing some kind of a Depop. I would have to just take the time to like photograph everything, but I have a lot of books, and I just feel like when I take them back to the half-price books, I'm not getting anything back for them. I could use the money as opposed to just donating at the library, which is also fine, and I will do that too. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Anyway, we're gonna start in. I have, I think, 25 books today to get rid of. I really just need to get this stuff out. Some of it has already gone into like boxes that I know I want to get rid of. Other things I just pulled from my shelf last night because it was really, really late and my brain wouldn't shut off and I'd had a really, really hard day. And I was like, I'm going to start purging shit. So that's what I did. First up, we have The Captive Prince by C.S. Pacat, which you guys know I read in the beginning part of August, really didn't enjoy. And I said, I'm still going to read the other books. I own the other books, but I know I'm never going to reread this one. I decided to go ahead and take book 2 and book 3 and just get rid of them. I've heard people say they get better. That's great. Fantastic. Very happy for the author and the book series. I don't care. I just don't. The first book did nothing to make me want to read the continuing books. Book 2 is Prince's Gambit and then King's Rising. I don't care. And this takes up like a decent amount of space on my shelf for a series that I don't think I need to read. So I'm going to get rid of them. I did check for some of these to see if they're available on Hoopla or the library app, because some of these I haven't read yet. Not all of them were, but I really wasn't that butthurt about it. Like, I did think about them. So I looked on Hoopla, looked on the library apps, I looked on Goodreads for the ratings, and just to see if any of my friends had read them. Like, I researched. I didn't just like get rid of stuff willy-nilly, but I don't need to finish this. I'm not going to keep it. So they're going to go. So that's 3. Then I also have another book series part. Like, I think this is a trilogy. Ordered these from Book Outlet. They're not the same size. They're not the same editions. It is Half Bad and Wild Half by Sally Green. I think this is like a witchy book. I don't think I care. These were in one of my very first hauls, and I still haven't read them. And nothing about me is compelling me to read them. And anytime I talk to somebody about them, they're like, meh, you really don't have to. And I also don't have the third one. And I just don't feel like spending money on books right now. So kind of like if I don't have the full set, I'm just getting rid of them. I don't know. Is that weird? Is it rash? I feel like they were like probably a couple bucks on Book Outlet, and I don't need them. Then I'm getting rid of an entire trilogy. I'm getting rid of the Snow Like Ashes trilogy by Sarah Rosh, who I respect the heck out of as a woman and as an author, but I don't think her writing is for me, at least for this series. I listened to the first one in audiobook, and I really didn't like it. I didn't connect with the characters. I didn't connect with the plot. Nothing about it really intrigued me all that much. And I had gone on at some point, these aren't Book Outlet, like I paid full price for Ice Like Fire and Frost Like Night. Like, I have the entire trilogy in hardback. This takes up a significant amount of space on my shelves, and I'm not going to read them. I believe they're on Hoopla. I believe they're on the library app. If I really, really need to, I can see them there. But I think I might just watch somebody's spoilery video and figure out what happened. But even still, like, I'm not still thinking about this one and what is going on with the characters, so I don't really care if I read these ones or not. So that whole series is going to go. They're gorgeous. They've never been read, because I read the first one in audiobook. They've literally never been read. Song of the Beast by Carol Berg, which was one of my drunk book hauls, and I tried, guys. I really did. I still have a bookmark in here. I guess I should take that out. I got to chapter 8, which was page 70, and still had my wood bookmark in there. I would have been really pissed if that was in there still. I didn't like it. I really couldn't get into it. I don't want to read it. So that's going to go. Then I'm getting rid of Milk and Honey by Ruby Carr, which I didn't like it. I just don't think this is my style of poetry, so this is gonna go. I originally had some tabs in here for like one or two that I found interesting, but in general, not my thing, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. Morgan Matson, Since You've Been Gone, which I read this summer, and I didn't hate it, but I'm never gonna reread it. I don't particularly like Morgan Matson's writing, so I'm not gonna collect all of her works or anything. So this is just gonna go, because I don't need it to stay on my shelves. I'm getting rid of Unleashed by Christopher Rice. This is a paranormal book. It's an urban fantasy, and I got a little bit of the ways in, and there was slurs and just super sexist things and slut shaming and fat shaming and girl on girl hate, and I think that was in like the first 20 pages, and I'm never gonna read this, so that's gonna go. I'm getting rid of Marie Lu's Legend because it's the only one I have. I think I got it on Book Outlet really affordably. Oh no, I didn't. I got it at Half Price Books for $4.95, which is more than I probably should have spent on it. I was like, I'm totally gonna read it because I read her Young Elite series and I really liked it. Here's the thing. I don't own the other ones. They're on like every library app. This first book has been sitting there for so long, and I don't feel compelled at all to read this series. I think that there's so much coming out that is newer that to go back and read like a back catalog of an author's work is just not something that I'm interested in. I feel like the time for discussing this and my thoughts on it is well passed over, and I'm not that intrigued by it that I feel like I have to go and read it, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm also getting rid of The Boy Most Likely To because I tried reading this for a chapter, or I just tried reading this and it was ridiculous. I believe it was my chapter TBR jar, and I'll just link that up above and you can go check that out because it was horrendous. It's a 17-year-old rich boy who's, I can't, I don't want to. Plus this I believe is the sequel or the companion novel to another book, and I don't know the characters. I just don't care. I don't care, and I'm not gonna read it. I'm also gonna get rid of Tiny Pretty Things by Sona Chaparata. Jesus Christ. This is by Danielle Clayton and Sana Charapotra, and I've seen a couple people try to read it since then, and I just don't think I'm ever going to. This is one that, like, if you guys really tell me I need to keep it, it'll probably still be here, let me know, but otherwise it's gonna go. I'm also getting rid of A Rebel of the Sands by Alvin Hamilton. It's been on my shelf for so long that it's ridiculous. I've never read it. I've never felt compelled to. Again, it's like an Arabian Nights. I don't know if it's like a retelling. It feels very much to me like along the same lines of Walk the Earth a Stranger, where it's like a historical fantasy, historical fiction. I don't freaking like books like that. I don't like historical books. I just don't. And I got this because everybody was like, it's great, you're gonna love it. And everybody does. I don't think I do. I'm not gonna read it. I'm just never gonna read it. Then we're gonna get rid of a couple books that I have read that I just don't need. I'm gonna get rid of The Only Thing Worse Than Me Is You by Lily Anderson because I didn't particularly like it. I read this book. I liked it enough, but it was incredibly problematic. There's a relationship in this that's kind of forced by the friends because the girl kind of overhears her friend saying that like the boy is near suicidal because of the way she treats him, and so she starts treating him differently and then sees him as a love interest after realizing that her actions are making him near suicidal, which is not why you should ever be with somebody. And I just felt like mental health and suicide was used as a plot device and as like, it really left a bad taste in my mouth. I didn't like it. I'm not gonna read it again. I'm also getting rid of The Names They Gave Us by Emery Lord. This one is, I think, annotated. Yeah, like this one's annotated a lot. Like I wrote in this one a whole bunch. So if anybody is interested in this book and you're like, hey, I'd really like to know your annotated thoughts, hit me up. My email's listed down below and we can discuss, I don't know, maybe you can pay shipping and I'll just get it to you or something. Who knows? But I don't need this anymore. I read it. It was a 3-star read. It was fine, but it was not my favorite. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And then I'm going to be getting rid of And I Darken by Kirsten White, which is this really cool library binding. So there is no like dust jacket. This is just like the hard cover. I really liked this first book, but I recently listened to the second book, which I mentioned in the end of August vlog. I read the second book and I really didn't care for it, and I'm not going to continue with the series. It's just something that I'm over. But I listened to this audiobook, liked it enough that I bought this on Book Outlet, and then I don't think I want to finish it, the series, and I don't think that I need to keep this one on my shelf then, and it's big so I can make some room. Then I'm getting rid of George Orwell's 1984 because it's, this was another one that was in that TBR jar pick where I tried to read it and I can't. I physically cannot read this. This entirety of this page is a paragraph. From this break on, that's one paragraph. I can't. This page is an entire paragraph down to here. This page is an entire paragraph. It's the kind of formatting that you see a lot in one big paragraph. One paragraph break right there. It's kind of what Uprooted looked like to me, and I literally cannot read this. It would cause me such anxiety, and it's just one of my things in books where like formatting like this I cannot tolerate. I feel like I understand the premise of the book. I get it. I'll read the cliff notes. I'll listen to the audiobook maybe, but probably freaking not. I'm not gonna ever read that. I'm gonna get rid of A Crest of Twilight by Laurel K. Hamilton. This is the second of the Mary Gentry series, which I do like. It's like a fae-based sexy time urban fantasy, but I don't own the first one. I think it's on my Nook, and I got this one mass market, and I just don't need to keep it, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And I'm also going to be getting rid of Dusk or Dark or Dawn or Day by Shauna Maguire. This is like about a girl who's a spirit, but she gets to stay on Earth. It wasn't great. It was Shauna Maguire, so I love it, but I'm never gonna look at this again, so that's gonna go. And then I'm getting rid of like 3 super random things, which I think I might actually just take to the kids that I nanny for now, but I'm not going to keep them. And these are Mandala coloring book, Mendy coloring book, and another Mendy coloring book. They're gorgeous. They give you some like inspiration and then some pages, and they're very, very pretty. I appreciate them, but I can't even tell you. I think I got these on Book Outlet for like a couple bucks, and they're gorgeous, but I have a whole collection of coloring books and I've never used these. So there's other ones that I have some stuff colored in where I'll keep those, but these 3 were kind of taking up more room that I don't need to allocate to coloring books, so they're gonna go. And I think that's everything. I feel better. Guys, this is a lot of stuff that came off my shelves. I have a little bit of room to put stuff away now, which is nice, especially with my birthday coming up in early September. And I need to just purge. So this feels really, really good. I'm excited actually to start going through more of my TBR jar now, because I'm not excited about a lot of the books that are in there, and I can at least try them and get rid of them if I don't want to read them. So this feels good. I'm okay with all of this. If you think I'm missing out on a great book, definitely let me know down below. Let me know if you'd be interested in Depop or in any of these books, because I'll probably try to set something up to maybe sell some of them, because I'd rather them go to you guys for like shipping than go to like the used bookstore and really not get anything back. I'd rather you guys be able to read more books. So I will talk to you all later. For now, that's everything though. So if you like this video, do give me a big thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in the next one. Bye guys.